welcome to day 3 of Vlogust. Today I'm going to be walking with my friend Leslie Sansone. I don't always work out at home, but when it's really hot and if I have a lot of work to do, I don't want to waste time driving to the gym and getting back. And I have some editing work to do. I do some freelance editing on the side. And I have some of my own work to do. But today is Thursday, and in my family it was always traditional to have pasta on Thursdays. It was always spaghetti night. My mom always made a big pot of tomato sauce and spaghetti, and she would make meatballs, and she would actually make pepperoni in sauce too. And then sometimes whatever was left over throughout the week she would throw in, like if there was a leftover pork chop or something like that. But I don't eat a lot of meat. So tonight, when I went to Whole Foods the other day and I bought fish, I also bought a big beautiful fillet of mackerel. So I'm going to make that for dinner tonight with some vegetables, and we're going to have pasta for lunch instead. And I'm going to make pasta with, I bought some mushrooms, and we'll see what else we can put in, and it's going to be vegetarian. And then my sister gave us a stromboli that she had made, and so I want to work that into the day somewhere too, because I don't want to not eat the things that I like. So we're gonna have a very light dinner so that we can watch a movie later on and then have the stromboli as a little snack. And then the overall day won't be too many calories. So I'm gonna do my little workout and then we'll see what happens for the rest of the day. So I just finished my workout. I did some stretching afterwards, and I'm just sitting down catching my breath. I'm drinking some water. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about exercise because yesterday I did Jane Fonda, today I'm doing Leslie Sansone, the walking DVDs. Well, they're not actually the DVDs. What I do is I find them on YouTube, and I have an Apple TV, and then I cast them. Because I do have the DVDs. I have a lot of Leslie's DVDs, I have several of Jane's, but I don't really have my DVD player hooked up right now, so with the Apple TV it's very convenient to just cast it on the TV. And if you don't have an Apple TV, you know, you can just play them on your laptop or your iPad or prop up your phone and watch them there. And you can even find some on cable, you know, on some of the free stations if you look on demand. But it's so easy. Like the Leslie one is only 15 minutes. So I do a little stretching, then I do the Leslie 15-minute walk, and then I do about 10 minutes of stretching afterwards. So I get about a half-hour workout in, and you just feel so good. Like, some of the things that Leslie was saying when she was walking and talking at the same time, like she said, whenever you feel blue, just get up and move a little bit. It really does help. Because if you just sit on the couch and everything in your body slows down, you can feel a little blue. And I've never regretted doing a workout. You know, sometimes it's hard to get motivated to get started to do a workout, but when I'm done, I never regret doing it. I never say to myself, I wish I hadn't done that. You know, I had better things to do. I never regret it, and I always feel more positive. You know, it releases some endorphins in your body. It really is a chemical thing. And, you know, if you just sit on the couch all day, you know, everything starts to slow down in your body, and of course you're going to start to feel a little blue. And, you know, you need to, as Leslie just said when I was watching her, you need to sweat for good health, and you don't have to really overdo it. Even just a little bit helps. Just do a little bit every day. So that's what I'm doing. And some days I go to the gym and I walk on the treadmill and I do some of the weight machines. There's a back machine that I really like there. And I'll show you some of that later in the month. I'll take you with me to the gym. But sometimes when I have a lot of work to do, like I do today, and I don't really have a lot of time to go running around, I just like to do something at home because I get the half hour in and I don't have to worry about commuting to and from the gym and or getting to the park to take a walk or something like that. And I do enjoy even just walking in the park is a great exercise too. So do a little exercise today, and I bet you when you're done you're going to feel more positive about things, and anything that you were worrying about is going to seem just a little bit further away after you're done your workout. So here's breakfast for today post-workout. I fried an egg in a little bit of olive oil, just one egg. This is the bread that I bought at the bakery yesterday, so it's a day old, so I put a little piece in the toaster. This is one of the tomatoes that you saw on the windowsill yesterday, and I'm sharing a peach, so I have half a peach sliced up here, and it makes a nice, colorful, well-rounded breakfast. So whenever I do a lot of work from home, I end up reading stuff on the internet and getting lost. And I've been reading Shakespeare's sonnets and I haven't been able to stop. So I'm going to read one for you. It is sonnet number 27. Here goes. Weary with toil, I haste me to my bed, the dear repose for limbs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head, to work my mind when body's works expired. For then my thoughts, from far where I abide, intend a zealous pilgrimage to thee, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide, looking on darkness which the blind do see. Save that my soul's imaginary sight presents thy shadow to my sightless view, which like a jewel hung in ghastly night makes black night beauteous and her old face new. Lo thus, by day my limbs, by night my mind, for thee and for myself no quiet find. I hope you enjoy that. I'm gonna make a little pasta for lunch. Some Cremini mushrooms. Look at that, it's all handmade. Water frying some Cremini mushrooms with a little roasted garlic. You're so cute, I had to take a picture of you. So in this bowl I have some vegetables. I have some daikon radish, some broccoli, some carrots, some red onion, and some fennel. And I tossed it with a little bit of olive oil and the Cento Italian herb seasoning. And that is going on top of this beautiful mackerel that I got when I was at the Whole Foods, which I've put some salt and pepper and 4 sage leaves on top. Now the vegetables are going on top of the mackerel. Mackerel is one of the fishes they always mention on the Mediterranean diet because it's full of omega-3 fatty acids, and it's super, super healthy for you. Thank you for joining me for day 3 of Vlogust. I hope you enjoyed the pasta lunch. It's really easy to make. When I talk about water frying, what I mean is instead of putting oil in a frying pan, I just put a tiny bit of water. Because something like mushrooms, they just keep absorbing the oil. You could keep putting oil in and they would just keep sucking up the flavor. So if you just put a little water, it cooks them the same way without them getting greasy. So I did that. I put them in the pasta. I had a little roasted garlic. And then I just put a couple of teaspoons of pesto in. I didn't want to make it an entire pesto pasta. I just added a little bit for some flavor. And it turned out really good. So I hope you try it. And you saw the rest of the day. You saw what I did for dinner. So eating this way is really delicious. And so far I feel super energized and healthy. And I hope you're following along. And let me know if there's anything that you want me to try. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.